So welcome back to our show. It is my sincere hope you guys are doing great. I'm still trying to get comfortable before the camera. This is not something that I'm used to, but I'm really trying to get comfortable. And hopefully, I do believe over time, I'll be very good. So last week we were looking at regrets, the top 5 regrets of the dying by Bronnie Ware. And we were able to cover the first 2, and this now is section 2 or part 2. We're going to cover the 3rd and the 4th and the 5th. If you can do a recap very quickly, by the way, we were talking the first regret of the dying. Number 1 was they wish they had lived their lives true to themselves, not to the expectation of others. That was the topmost regret by most people who had few months to live. And number 2 regret was that most people regretted that they spent a significant amount of their time at work and forgot about their families and their partners. So let's go to regret number 3. Most people wish they had the courage to express their feelings. In our lives, we have positive and negative feelings. If you've ever loved, for example, by the way, it's not easy to tell the other person that you love them, because there's not always that fear that, what if I tell them and they reject me? What if they don't, give me a positive response? What if they don't feel the same way as I feel? So expressing ourselves, having the courage to express ourselves, to express our feelings, that is, it's not easy, by the way. It's something that you have to take a risk, telling the other person that I love you, telling the other person that I like you. It's not easy. And sometimes, in life, you also miss, opportunities to do that, by the way. And, once you miss that opportunity, once it's gone, never comes back. So it's good to, according to Bronnie Ware, the patients that Bronnie Ware observed was that they regretted that they wish, they, expressed the feelings that they had for their loved ones, for people they liked, or for people they loved. So you also have negative feelings, by the way, feelings of hate. By keeping them to yourself, you're hurting yourself more than the subject. So having the courage to tell the other person that you did wrong to me, you wronged me, you did this and that, would you mind apologizing or something close to that? So having the courage to express whether positive or negative feelings was one of the regrets that most people had. And I also encourage all of us, by the way, when you keep those positive or negative feelings to yourself. Actually, let me first speak about the positive feelings. If you do not express, if you do not share, for example, if it is love or whatever you have, or kindness, whatever feeling that you have, it is a waste. If you do not share, it is meaningless, by the way. So it is important to share. Even the negative feelings, by the way, it's good to share with people who have, produced those feelings, and get to understand why they did what they did. So, because by seeking, maybe they don't even know that they wronged you. So it is important that you get to talk to them and tell them, on a certain day, you did this and that, and I was not happy. So by letting them know, who knows, could heal you. So don't keep those feelings to yourself. So whether good or bad, express them. And I think it's therapeutic in a way. You get to heal. When you talk about something, you get to heal. You get to ease, the burden by, discussing with the other person. So express your feelings courageously. It's a risk that you're taking. You cannot control how people respond to your ideas or your views, but express them honestly and take that risk. And I think you won't have such regret as Bronnie Ware had observed from her patients. So regret number 4 was that the people wish they had stayed in touch with their friends. I know the modern society, we are very busy today, by the way. We have a lot of work to do on a daily basis, and we never get time. We actually, I wouldn't say we never get time. We never create time to spend with our friends, because the time is there, by the way. For things that matter, you're supposed to create time. So what happens? from Bronnie Ware observation that these people regretted, they wish they stayed in touch with their friends, because in the end, what matters, according to them, by the way, is love and relationships. You'll never hear a man or a woman in his or her deathbed talking about the millions they have, the properties they have. They always talk about the relationship, the moment they shared with other people. So the fact that some of them failed to keep in touch with their friends, and at this point of dying, they had no way of reaching out to them, was a regret to them. So make sure also you stay in touch with your friends so that you don't experience the same. You don't experience what Bronnie Ware patients experienced. Stay in touch with your friends, because as I was saying earlier, what really matters in the end, it's love and relationships, the moment that you shared with people. The wealth and all other accumulations, your cars, your money, your properties, by the time you're dying, they belong to another person, by the way. So it is important that you remember things that matter, things that money cannot buy. So value those friends that you have. So take care of them, visit them often, see them often, have a cup of coffee, have lunch, have dinner whenever possible, and cultivate those relationships to the end. And the fifth regret of the dying was they wish they had let themselves to be happier. Happiness is a choice. It's something that we choose. But you may ask, if it was that easy, why are so many people not happy? I would say it's because we do not choose to do so. You know, Warren Buffett says that habits, the chains of habits are easy to make, but so hard to break. So if you don't make it a habit to choose happiness on a daily basis, then it will be it will be elusive. It will be very difficult to achieve happiness. The challenge with us human beings is that we use an outside-in approach to unhappiness. We think that certain things have to happen for us to be happy. You have to get that car, we have to, build that house, you have to get that job promotion, and so many other things. So we think that happiness can come only if certain things happen. I would call it whatever. I think maybe is the word extrinsic approach, where you think the outside makes me happy. If certain things don't happen out there, if my friends don't say hi to me, if my friends don't like me, then I won't be happy. That is why it is so difficult for most of us to be happy. But if you make it an inside-out approach or intrinsic, actually it should be that way. It should come from within. Happiness should come from within. And we say the most important thing, by the way, at the moment where you are, the most important thing is you are alive. And that is the most important thing. All other things don't matter. So be happy the fact that every day you wake up, you are alive. Life is throbbing inside you. That is the most important thing. And as a guru, a certain Indian mystic says, block your nose for 2 minutes and tell me what is the most important thing. Don't breathe for 2 minutes. And you will realize the most important thing. It's not the property that is out there. It's not the money that is in the bank account. The most important thing is the fact that your heart is beating. That is the most important thing at this point. So be happy every day. Be happy. Choose happiness, because that is something that even money can buy. No one even can give you that. Only God can give you that. So the fact that you have that one thing that is very, very important, that cannot even be bought by billions or whatever amount of money, be happy. So happiness is a choice. It's something that you have to, being grateful, appreciating the small things that matter in life. They seem not to matter. Imagine if your life was taken away, would all other things matter, by the way? Not at all. So make sure you try and look for those small things to make you happy, because this is a regret by the dying. According to Bronnie Ware, these people regretted that they wish they did this. They made it a habit to choose, happiness on a daily basis. So I'm encouraging you guys. The most important thing, as we have said, you're alive. That is something. Be happy for that. You can see this video. It's something that is important. You can hear the video. There are people who can't hear. There are people who can see the video. There are people who can even move. So there are so many small things that we take for granted. Be happy about them. Make sure you live a good life. Life is a choice. And everything that we choose on a daily basis accumulates. Life accumulates. It's a build-up. So the things that we do today will affect us tomorrow or 10 years to come. So life is a build-up. So make sure you make the right choices so that at the end, you be happy. Thank you very much for watching our show today. Subscribe to our channel, like our page, leave a comment down there if there's something that you want us to cover. We would appreciate if you leave that message down there. So all the best. Have a great weekend. See you next time.